We are today live from St. Petersburg, and we're excited to welcome the next speaker, Rodion from MyGames, in the virtual studio. Hi, Rodion.
Hello, Yegor. Hello, everyone.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
Also fine, yeah. So we are excited to listen to your talk about MyGames store, right?
Right.
Yeah. So over to you right now. We are ready to listen to your presentation. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Rodion Kotelnikov. I work at My.GAMES, an international gaming brand and a part of Mail.ru group. And I'm in charge of the My.Games store. First of all, I would like to thank you all for joining us today. We want to build a live communication with the developers and hear your opinion about our platform and receive feedback, so you are very welcome. I would love to answer your questions after my presentation and during the Ask Me Anything session, starting at 6 p.m. European time or 7 p.m. Moscow time today on Zoom. It's My.Games events after White Night. And we'll share the AMA link in the chat now. I can do it, but I am sure that members of my team will help me with this. But anyway, I'll share this link at the end of my presentation. So please join us later today. We'll answer all your questions. Today, I would like to discuss our platform and its services, what we have already done, and our future. And most importantly, what we, as a partner, can offer. I will emphasize our new feature, the traffic attribution system, and the 90-10 revenue split for traffic acquisition campaigns. But before we begin, let's talk a bit about Mail.ru Group. Mail.ru Group is a public company which offers a wide variety of services and products, several social networks, very popular in Russia, games, food delivery, taxi, educational platforms, and many, many others. And My.Games is a part of Mail.ru. And this is one of the largest and oldest business departments in the group, which contributes more than a third of total revenue. We have been publishing and developing games for more than 13 years. We create titles for PC, consoles, and mobile devices with over 700 million registered players within our games. My.Games also developed different services and branches as its own media division, supports gaming and esports services and events, and operates My.Games store platform, the platform that I'm going to talk about today. My.Games store is a web store with a launcher that allows gamers to log in and download games, update games, launch games, and it's like a classical structure for platforms. We announced the testing of My.Games store last year with beta releasing in December 2019. And since then, we have merged our Russian-speaking and international audiences on the one platform under this single My.Games authorization system. The platform now has over 13 million users per month, and it allows developers and publishers to release free-to-play and premium games worldwide. Today, we have over 130 free-to-play games and over 100 premium games in the catalog, but it's only the beginning. We are working hard to enlarge our catalog. And in addition to the store, the platform features its messenger, Twitch streaming, and integrated services for in-game item transactions and so on. But of course, we don't want to stop there. The aim is to build a gaming ecosystem with My.Games store as its core. We want to offer users and developers a wide range of opportunities by creating something beyond a generic store platform. Instead, we want to provide an unforgettable gaming experience. Streaming, trading, communities, entertainment content, and other My.Games store services are just tip of the iceberg. We are committed to supporting innovations and features that will prove beneficial for developers. We have already integrated many vital functions for both users and developers into My.GAMES store. The store has a core consisting of a web store front, launcher, marketing toolset, and content delivery network. This core is shown here in the center of the slide. And there is also a set of services available. We have marketplaces for in-game item trading between players and from developers to the player. We have social networking, a community where users and developers can exchange opinions, customize their profiles, chat, and many, many more. We have our own anti-cheat system because we are true fans of fair play. And service for working with influencers. We have a donation alerts. Donation alerts is a very popular donation gathering tool among our streamers. And we have many other ways to integrate with content creators. We have many other features for developers and players in our pipeline. So please stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. And just to understand us better, where do we get our inspiration from? And how do we come up with ideas? First and foremost, we are developers. At My.GAMES, we handle an extensive range of tasks and activities. We employ over 1,500 people in 11 offices worldwide, the overwhelming majority of which work directly on game development. Games are our primary specialty, our work, and our passion. We operate over 50 gaming projects across all major platforms: PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, iOS, Android. So we know and understand how to work with these platforms. But why exactly do we need our own platform? It's not cheap to develop, and it's not sure as fun as making games. I know it because I have a game development background. And I'll try to explain. At the very top level, there are two primary services given to developers by a platform: audience and infrastructure. Infrastructure usually includes a payment system, content delivery network, and launcher, and authorization system, and so on. And of course, it's possible to build infrastructure, but it's better to use an existing one. I already told you how many services we develop. This is a ton of work, and I wouldn't repeat this if I were you. I'd prefer to focus on game development. But the audience is a different story. It's very important to have control over user acquisition on your project. Sooner or later, every developer faces competition as they fight for traffic and attention. All platforms love new games. And these games usually get a feature and announcement coverage. A good game will get featured for quite a while, but love ends. Sooner or later, love ends. And new games are released daily. And the more new releases a platform has, the less likely it is to focus on you. The top games always get the most traffic. And at the same time, there are many traffic sources in the world: ad networks, social networks, streamers, bloggers, YouTubers, and so on. And let's circle back to the main question. Why do we need our own platform? Because we want to buy traffic and bring the audience to the projects consciously, based on metrics, based on numbers, because this is the only way to do it effectively. And this technique allows us to scale up our audience. And we can do this with minimal costs. We only pay for traffic, and we don't need to pay 30% commission to any third-party platform because we have our own. And at this point, we thought, if we need to scale up the purchase, then others need it too. We were already using traffic attribution for our products, so we decided we could make it one of the My.GAMES store standard basic features, built-in standard feature, and we did it. So this is how we have added traffic attribution system, which is now available through the developer's account of My.GAMES store to every developer. And I'll describe it in more detail in just a few minutes. Now I just want to explain. When we added a traffic tracking, we decided to take it a step further, and this has created an opportunity to provide developers with a new revenue share option. As a developer, we know and understand the needs of the developers. When we introduced the attribution system, it allowed us to understand the depth of traffic segmentation, and what is also important, it allowed us to offer an alternative revenue split option for the traffic that the developers themselves brought to the platform. Since the developers generate traffic themselves, it means that they use only our infrastructure. It seems that the profit distribution could be changed, and a new revenue split option would be beneficial for both parties, for developer and for platform. So we rated it at a 10% revenue, which includes payment system commission and content delivery network costs. So you don't need to pay for them separately. And this is how we decided to offer developers 90-10 revenue split option. Just to clarify, because I have received questions about it, and I know that this point is not clear sometimes. Yes, your game can have both revenue split options active at the same time. This slide illustrates a scenario where a game has multiple traffic sources with different revenue commissions. For example, from left to right. When a game is published, it receives traffic from within the store standard 70 to 30 rates applied to user payments in these games. Everything is standard. And as a store, we are interested in promoting promising games. For some developers, we launch integrations with streamers or purchase traffic using our own marketing budget. And in this case, the commission is also 70 to 30 because we are traffic providers. But if developers decide to generate traffic themselves, they can do it with a 10% commission. Furthermore, free traffic generated by the developers through social network activities, forum activities, Reddit, or via email will count towards 90-10 revenue split. And in this case, traffic itself can be acquired by developer without money investments, just activities. But of course, paid sources like Google, Yandex, Facebook, CPA networks, streamers are also available for developers. Anyway, our traffic attribution system easily shows where the user came from to the game and gives additional marketing data for analysis. Let's try to explain how to use it. It's simple. First of all, you need to log into developer's account. In the statistics and tracking section, it's here. Then you need to create tracking link by clicking create marketing campaign, it's here. And the developer is free to generate as many tracking rules as they want. Next, you need to use this tracking link anywhere you plan to promote your game. For example, you can give it to a content creator, or you insert it into an advertisement of ad network as described on the second image of my presentation. It's a screenshot from Facebook. Of course, you can create reports and evaluate the effectiveness of ad campaigns. First of all, you need to choose a marketing campaign, which was created during previous steps. Use this button for this. Then you can group data by different periods, days, weeks, months, or years. And you can choose the parameters you are interested in. And we'll provide a reasonably wide range for them, the number of ad clicks, registrations, purchases, game entries, retention, roll-in retention, different conversions from clicks to purchases, from registrations to first entries, and so on. A complete list can be found on the documentation.my.games website. It's an URL. And on this slide, you can see possible reports for free-to-play and premium games. The composition of parameters is different, but the essence is very similar. You can see the traffic source effectiveness for your game. And let's talk a little bit about the future of a traffic attribution feature. We believe that the traffic attribution system is already very useful and powerful. It has been debugged on many internal projects, many on My.GAMES projects, and we see interest from external studios. That is why we want to develop it further and give the market even wider functionality. We have plans to add even more technical and product metrics so that the developer can debug their product with us. Some of these metrics include percentage of crash at startup, the average duration of the first. Will allow a developer with a game in a very early stage to debug it with their real data, real users, using our traffic and minimal effort with the telemetry system development. The next point comes from developers' feedback, and I'm very glad that we have this feedback. Following the attribution system announcement, approximately 1 month ago, we received a request for data streaming to train ad network optimizers. And actually, it's a great idea. And we are now carefully studying this. And if there are no user data safety concerns, we'll introduce this feature as well. And of course, the user data safety is also very important for us. Okay, that's all for this presentation. I understand that 20 minutes is not enough, so I will gladly answer all the questions today during the Q&A session scheduled at 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time or 7 p.m. Moscow time today on Zoom. You can scan the link through the QR code from the slide. And I will also be glad to hear any recommendations on how to make our platform better. Come and suggest new features and ideas. Let's discuss them today. It should be exciting. And thank you for your attention. Have a great day. I suppose that we have time for 1 or 2 questions.
Thank you very much, Rodion. This was a great talk, and it's always exciting to learn something new about the new platforms and some new ways for game developers to scale their business. So we do have a question actually here. So you've mentioned that you have a great revenue share for game developers, where you take only 10% of the revenue if developer attracts traffic by themselves. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
What was the reason for this very decision? Is it like an attempt to be competitor to like Steam, Epic Games, and other stores?
We are a platform, and we are a developer as well. So we understand developer needs, and we, as a platform, we want to create opportunities to give developers to use the best techniques that we use for our own projects and to be successful as well. So it's just our understanding on how to make the world better.
All right, I see. So it's just a kind of your vision on how to fairly share the revenue with game developers.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. If you do have any questions to MyGames, go visit their webinar today, later in the evening, or get in touch with them on WN Hub. Thank you very much, Rodion. This was a great talk and very insightful.
Thank you. Bye.